Well, hello from sunny California, and welcome to November 3rd. I don't know about you, but I've certainly been feeling some anxiety, and I certainly a quick view of social media and a few chats with friends, and I know that I'm not alone. So I thought maybe it might be helpful to put out a video today. One that is a way to maybe help deal with some of this anxiety instead of putting up something that might engender more anxiety in people, right? I can certainly say, I mean, for instance, yesterday I woke up and I felt very unsettled, and I didn't help myself at all by getting right on my phone while I was drinking coffee in bed, which is supposed to be normally my sort of like morning chill out, start the day right time. And instead, I got on my phone and started working up some more anxiety. I texted my angel Win, and he reminded me something that I'm constantly reminding other people. So I'm going to share that too, which is let go of things you can't control, right? Let go of things you can't control. Do what you can, right? And there's certain things that you can do today, or maybe you've already done, that are part of doing what you can. But after that, you got to let it go, right? We don't have control. And so as much as you can just breathe out and say, okay, I'm letting it go, that's going to be a good and helpful thing. And to help you do that, and that wasn't enough for me, I'll put my hand up, right? You know, that the reminder was very good and I needed it. But at the same time, I also needed to move, right? So I needed to get up and walk, and that's what I did. And luckily, you know, especially with the recent change in the time, Ollie was ready to go much earlier for a walk than he normally is. So we took our good long walk up to Inspiration Point, and a funny thing happened as I was walking up to Inspiration Point. I had downloaded a new playlist to distract myself, and yes, music distraction. There you go. And it was a 70s playlist. Go figure, for any of you that know me. And just as I was getting up to Inspiration Point, the song that came on was I Will Survive, right? And I thought, and I just started laughing. And I thought, well, that's just perfect, right? So I actually skipped the rest of the way to Inspiration Point and did a little dancing at Inspiration Point to I Will Survive, and thought how perfect that is, right? So maybe you'll play I Will Survive for yourself today. And then actually the next song that came on was The Chain by Fleetwood Mac. And if you Google the lyrics to The Chain, it starts off talking about the wind blow, playing with the shadow. I mean, it was perfect in a way. I mean, you know, it's funny how so often we can sing these songs and we can do this. I mean, how many times have I sung that song in my car in my head and not really listened to the lyrics or thought about it much? So I again laughed, and then the next song that came up, because the playlist was on shuffle, so I had no idea what was coming, was Joy to the World, right? So to me, that was sort of a perfect string of three for dancing with my shadow at Inspiration Point, right? Was I Will Survive, The Chain, and then Joy to the World. Jeremiah Was a Bullfrog. So that set the tone for the rest of the day, and actually has come over to today as well. So the things I'm going to remind you to do today, if you're feeling anxious: put on some fun music and dance. Breathe, okay? Walk. Make yourself a cup of tea. Sit down. Turn off the television. Put the phone down. Don't talk to people who are going to get you agitated, right? Make your house an agitation-free zone, right? And I'll tell you what I'm going to do. So I've already had my walk with Ollie today, which was interesting. We were stalked by a coyote, which was interesting, and also found a dead snake. So I need to probably do a little work to figure out exactly what those signs might mean, but I'm open to any interpretations you guys want to throw at me. Some maybe more obvious than others. And then I came home and we both ate, and I'm about to take advantage of this beautiful day in a different way because I live in these gorgeous mountains and I love driving in these mountains. So I'm going to have come up with a couple of excuses to go down to Palm Desert. I need some bread that you can't get up here on the hill, and some candles and a couple of other things. So I'm going to drive down the hill to get some things that I may or may not actually need. And I'm going to enjoy singing in the car and the beautiful drive. And then I'm going to come back up the hill and take my daughter to one of her actual in-person classes. Not all of her classes are in person yet, but she does have an in-person songwriting hangout today. And then I'm going to make us dinner, and then we're probably going to binge watch Vampire Diaries, which is what we've been doing for a while now. So that's what I'm going to do today. And yeah, I'll probably check on some other things that are going on. Is there anything going on today? Is whatever. I'll probably check in and just see what's going on, but I'm not going to spend a lot of time on it because I know it'll only get me going, right? So that's my plan. Just as an example, if that's helpful to you, move, breathe, eat, make tea, play music, dance, binge watch shows, whatever it might be that you need to do. And then the other thing that I would say, and this comes from the fabulous Vera Lester, a recent workshop that she did, that I think is a great reminder too. And that's that everything in this world and in this universe moves in cycles, right? We have a daily cycle, we have a weekly cycle, we have a monthly cycle, we have an hourly cycle, we have a yearly cycle. So the sun rose today, it's going to set tonight, it's going to rise again in the morning. That almost full moon, the now waning moon, is going to be up tonight. And I know it's been super bright up here and gorgeous. So I hope you're enjoying that. The fall is continuing. We're moving into winter. Then there'll be spring and summer. And that no matter what else is going on, and no matter what other stories we tell ourselves about this or that being super important or not important or whatever, or stories we allow others to tell us that we buy into, the sun's still going to rise, it's still going to set. The moon is still going to go through its phases. The ocean tides are still going to rise and fall. It's all going to be okay, right? 2 more songs for you. Odds Are by the Bare Naked Ladies, and I think it's Everything's Going to Be Okay by Ariana Grande, right? I mean, 3 Little Birds is an obvious one. And I Will Survive. I think that's a good one. Anyway, big love to all of you out there. Just keep keeping on. Everything's going to keep moving. The world will keep turning no matter what happens. I love you, and I'll be with you soon. Bye.